Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 5, Episode 8 of our FIFA 22 Youth to Gold save. Today we just have two league games, one against the bottom of the table and one against someone near the top of the table. We're going to hop into this game because I have a lot of things that I want to go over before we hop into the actual gameplay, and I want to catch you guys up on, share some of my thoughts and ideas moving forward. So let's dive in. Since you were last with me at the beginning of the month for the scouting reports, we took on Burnley and we lost 2-1. We had a goal from Schaefer, who was played in by Nelson, but we weren't able to get anything else going, and we ended up losing that one 2-1. We then took on Brentford in the league, and Schaefer got both our goals in that one as well. So in both those games, he scored all of our goals. And we let up a late goal. I was getting nervous that we were going to let them back into the game. Fortunately, we closed it out to get 3 points. Today we're going to be taking on Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. The Nottingham Forest game, because they sit bottom of the league, and it kind of works with what I want to start doing with this save, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. And then Liverpool, because they're near the top of the league and a hard team. So we're going to take on both those teams today. But again, let me catch you up on a couple things that I've been working on behind the scenes that you guys haven't seen, and my ideas moving forward. So first and foremost, we brought up Sans and Kerr from the Youth Academy. It moves Nilsson down to the bench and Mohamed down to the bench. Mohamed's a 71, but he's 20 years old. Sans is 16 years old and a 67, so he's going to play more. We're going to prioritize him along with Kerr over Nilsson. You guys know I don't love how Nilsson plays in the game, so we're going to try Kerr out on that left wing. He's going to be our backup, and maybe if we can get money for Nilsson, we'll take it. But we have transfer listed Menendez, Bennett, Bjorklund, Munoz, and Wilson. All five of these guys down here. You can see Wilson over here on the right side of the screen. His thing down at the bottom left's behind my head, but you can see everyone else above my head. Menendez, Bennett, Bjorklund, and Munoz, along with Wilson, have all been transfer listed. We're going to start really working on these youth prospects. It's been the whole point of this save, and we've kind of tailed away from it as we've really fought to try and get to the Premier League. So we're going to bring it back. I'm going to start rotating guys in a lot more than you guys are used to. I have an idea. Let me know what you guys think of in the comments, but each game rotating one position. Like for this game, it's not going to happen this game. Or actually, it is Nottingham Forest, so it might. We're going to use a rotated side. But rotating like the backup striker in one game, then the next game the backup left winger, then the center attacking mid, then the right winger, etc., all the way throughout the squad, and just keep rotating our backups in. I thought about that. I also want to bring up these young guys to go ahead and just get into our second team that are taking on easy cup draws or bad teams in the league. Like today when we take on Nottingham Forest, you're going to get to see Sans and Kerr both start the game because we want to develop them and get some excitement around these young guys that are coming through. I don't want them to tail off their development at 75, 78. It's not a bad spot, and it's probably pretty likely that that's going to continue to happen. But if we play them more, I'm confident that I can probably get them closer to 80. And if we really want to push, or not want to, but if the objective of this save is to push for the Champions League and the Premier League, we're going to need some better depth. So we're bringing these young guys up. We're going to keep focusing on them, and we're going to be prioritizing them in matches that you guys get to see more regularly. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys about. And to give you guys an idea of why I brought these two up, we have Collins in the Youth Academy, who's actually better than Sans. He is 2 years older than Sans and only one overall better. But I brought Sans up because his defensive awareness right there is 75, and we've talked about this in the past, but that is incredible. At 16 years old to have a defensive awareness at 75, all the other attributes are going to continue to increase. That is a great starting spot. For Kerr, it's just that he is pretty pacey with 76 acceleration, 75 sprint speed, and very agile. He can move in and out. He's shifty. His dribbling is 84, ball control 77. He's a good little player. He's not amazing, but I think he's going to feel a lot like how Olafsson feels on the right wing. So those are just some of the attributes that I'm looking at in the profiles of player that I'm trying to bring in. I'm really just trying to bring in Youth Academy guys that can come in, and because of a few key attributes or their profile of the type of player they are, they can slot right in and start making an impact into our team. So that, again, is the overarching thought process of starting to move more and more of these Youth Academy guys in and getting them game time. Sans and Kerr got the first call up because they're young, and also they're the highest rated with some key attributes. So we're going to give them a go. Let's go check out the league table, and then we'll hop into that game against Nottingham Forest. That win and that loss see us sit in 8th position. We are 3 points out of the European places, which 5th spot is held by Manchester City on 40 points, and we are in 8th position on 37 points. Now, as you can see, the biggest weakness of our team is our defense. The team behind us, Southampton, have 11 less goals against. Now, we have a pretty good offense, but it's not the best in the league even. Our defense is giving up so much. I'm really starting to get into the idea of switching the tactic. Our defense is not good, and they're struggling, and we need to find a way to give them some support, or they're going to lose their potential ratings because their match ratings are so low every time. So we're going to try a different tactic out today. We're going to be taking on Northampton. They currently sit all the way at the bottom in 20th position. They've won twice and got 6 draws. They're on 12 points. Should be a fairly easy, comfortable game. Well, I guess we'll see when we get into it. But we're going to play a rotated side so you guys can see some of these younger guys coming through. So let's go check out the team. So this is the team we are taking into the game against Nottingham Forest. We have Smith in goal, back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Sands, and Taylor. Midfield pairing of Villalba and Nelson. Kerr, Carlson, and Olafsson make up the attacking three behind Baker. On the bench, we have Lundberg, Jonassen, Patino, Wilson, Schaefer, Graham, and Kamara. If you guys have noticed, Schaefer is now up to a 90 overall, which is just incredible. Our bench is looking really good even when we rotate the subs back on. Bishop's up to an 80, Carlson's at an 84, Baker's at an 80 now. Oh man, this team is getting so good. Let's hop into this game against Nottingham Forest today. Now, we do have some good players on the bench in case these guys don't play as well as we want, that we can swap some better players back in, our starters. But 3 points is going to be crucial here today as we take bottom of the league on. So let's go in there, play a good game of football, and try and get out of here with 3 points. And here we go. 2 debuts in the squad. Ian Kerr here on the ball. And Andre Sands will let him touch the ball, get a pass in. Ooh, I like the blonde hair. I really, honestly, am excited about Sands. I want to give him the game time often because I think he's going to be a monster. The poor cross from Olafsson into Carlson there. And the goalkeeper, Samba, collects. And Bishop gets that back. And we got Carlson in making a run. He's going to just rip that across. And it goes wide just past the post out for a goal kick. But I really do think it's important to get these young guys game time. I really need to do a better job of rotating them in for, especially, like I said, probably bottom third fixtures. I can bring some youth prospects in, maybe 1, 2 max probably, if we want to still be competitive. We're not the level of team that can really carry more than probably 2 youth prospects through. But we're going to give it our best. We're going to keep trying to work on it. It's something that I've not done a great job with ever since we continue to climb up the leagues. And there we are, down 1-0 already. The goal from, kind of the edge of the box, just ripped across. I don't play good defense, and Nottingham Forest make us pay. They're up 1-0. Here we are running into their half with Ian Taylor here. Just trying to find anything, really. I'll go into Baker there. Kerr is making a weird little run. Baker still has the ball there. I am confident in our attackers. I feel like they are most definitely the best part of our team. We're playing really well here, just holding possession, but I also had Villalba on. I'm not sure if I highlighted that. Villalba makes a start today as well in the league. Okay. I need Nelson to go there. He went, but he didn't. Can he do it? Oh, I wanted to rip it back across, and he doesn't get it off. Now, I will say that it's something that I need to work on as well. Having Kerr on this left side, a big tactic that we rely on is Schaefer running in, and it's something that isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I need to make sure that I'm not relying on it because I feel like sometimes our attack is dying in the water because we don't have Schaefer on the pitch, and that's a little too reliant on one player. So we need to make sure that we can still move the ball up the pitch other ways. And depending on how this game continues to go, we may switch to the 4-3-3. Like I said, it just seems like we get caught out a lot, overwhelmed in the midfield, things of that nature. Poor pass from Ian Kerr, but as we know, Ian Kerr is a young lad. He actually is wearing the number 9 shirt for our team, which is pretty interesting. There's a fly in my face. But Nottingham Forest is the game we just used our full second team against in the cup and beat them 3-1. So I am feeling like, not feeling, I mean, it is a game that we can win. We just have to make sure we go out and make it happen, which we've not done thus far, and we look like we're in a bad position again here. We don't have Patino on the pitch currently with his stout defensive attributes. And they run in and around, and it is saved. Out for their corner. Good save there from Smith. And we are in a bad spot. Out for a goal kick going to Smith. I think at halftime we are going to switch tactics and see if it makes any difference. Here we have Ian Kerr making a run in. His first of the game. And he's there. And he almost loops it around the keeper. I was trying to get him a shot. There's the halftime whistle. What a shot from Kerr. Again, we may switch the tactic. I really feel like we should, just to give it a shot in this game. So we're going to switch over and see if it helps out. Here they are. Moving into our half. Ojeda with the ball. Ojeda gets the ball back. Cross is blocked by Ian Taylor. Cleaned up by Sans. And Carlson does get around. He's trying to get into Olafsson here, who he has. Baker can't get there. Olafsson can't win that. And it's stopped. But that was a dangerous opportunity for us. We got to make the most of those and get a couple more chances like that as they move into our half on a counter immediately following. They're running through. We have Villalba down here chasing, trying to contain this. Goes to Bishop. Up to Kerr. We'll go over to Villalba. There's a bad pass from Kerr. And they're moving on the edge of our box already. This pass from Kerr could be costly if this results in a goal here. And it's up over the top. And I thought it was saved by Smith. Smith gets a hand to it. But we do end up conceding. And it's time to change the tactic. So this is the tactic we are switching to, a 4-3-3. Hopefully having Villalba sitting into the middle there will help. Nelson does cover the wing, so I'm hoping, I have his instructions set to cover wing, so I'm hoping he can kind of help cover the wing on the left side in behind Kerr. I'm trusting Olafsson, Carlson, and Taylor to kind of hold that other side down. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we're getting into the part of the season where we've pretty much, or maybe most likely secured we're safe from relegation most likely. So I'm kind of at a point where I want to start experimenting. I want to start bringing in some of these younger guys to give them some game time just to get that development rolling. So let's go for the 4-3-3 and see if it works. Now we are down 2-0, but it's never too late to change your tactic and try something out. Got Nelson playing in a lot farther forward role. It's going to take me a minute to get used to how we're lined up and where everyone is on the pitch, because I'm used to Nelson being a little farther back with a pass into Carlson being available. And so far, it's not looked that way. We have this going into Baker, and he gets around his guy, and he can do this. Oh, he takes it all the way, and he's unable to get the finishing product at the end of it. But what a run. Going back into Baker, and we'll go down to Carlson, and we're going to just rip that. And Baker is going to get there again. We are already looking a lot more dangerous. Into Nelson. Over to Carlson. Villalba. Go up into Nelson. Back to Villalba. And we're going to go into Baker. Over to Olafsson. And Carlson gets there, but the goalkeeper collects it. We are looking dangerous after switching to this 4-3-3. So we're making 3 changes. We're bringing Patino on for Villalba. Schaefer comes on the left wing for Kerr. Kerr's done a great job today, but we've really got to try and get back into this game. So it's time to bring Schaefer in, and Graham comes in on the right for Olafsson, again, just for more pace down the wings. We've looked dangerous thus far being in this 4-3-3, and I think we may try it again headed into the next game against Liverpool. I know we already beat Liverpool with the 4-2-3-1. But I don't know. We'll probably go to the 4-2-3-1. Y'all have watched me enough to know how this goes. But I just feel like I feel like I'm missing something. There's some key tactic or tactical tweak that I need to make, and then I'm going to be like, aha, and it's going to all come together. Or maybe it's just I need better players. Who really knows? But let me get into this second half, the rest of the second half, and see if we can at least get out of here with a point. It's going to be a big-ass 10 minutes. We got to get 2 goals. We'll give it our best shot. And we have Graham being played in down the wing. We're going to immediately go. Why did Baker not touch that? I'm so confused. I thought Nelson was going to make that run there. He doesn't. He stops. And we turn the ball over. I really do like this formation. We're going to try it against Liverpool. I've decided. It is a little bit awkward and different, but we're going to get used to it. We've looked dangerous today. And I think it's going to help with some defensive security unless I make passes like that. Sans gets taken down as he tries to step in, and Smith saves another shot. Here is their corner, and this game is pretty much done and dusted, unfortunately. And I mean, that was just unfortunate. We don't defend the corner well. They get a second ball that bounces in. Poor from us. I mean, Graham's touch there is just so bad. And it falls right to McKenna, and he slots it into the bottom left corner. We're down 3-0. And Schaefer gets one back. I wasn't even speaking because I was so focused about dribbling. We literally got the kickoff and took it all the way with Schaefer dribbling in and out of people and slammed it home. Consolation goal. We're still going to lose, but it's 3-1. Here it is, running in and around them with Schaefer. It was pretty easy. I should have probably tried to do that all game if I had him on the pitch. But like I said, we get a goal back, but it doesn't really count for much. Fun fact, though, Schaefer is the only person on our team this entire month to have scored a goal. He scored all 4 of our team's goals, so we got to find a way to get some more people involved. He is awesome in a 90 overall, but I don't want to rely on him that heavily. Let's look at some of the tactics and get into this next game against Liverpool. I'll try and figure out what I want to run as we head into that game, and I'll update you before we hop into the game. So, see you in a sec. Like I told you before, I'm going to probably just stick with what we always go with. Reason being is because I know it works. I think it is really just that we don't have as good of players, but we beat Liverpool 3-0 already in this season using this system, so we're going to stick with it. Today we have Smith in goal. Back four of Ojeda, Bishop, Lundberg, and Taylor. Midfield pairing of Patino and Nelson. Schaefer, Carlson, and Olafsson are the attacking 3 behind Baker up top. On the bench, we have Sans, Jonassen, Villalba, Wilson, Kerr, Graham, and Kamara. I feel like Kerr and Sans both did a pretty good job in the last game. Sans probably better than Kerr. Yes, we gave up 3 goals, but just when he was playing, he felt up to the speed and par of the competition. He felt way better than Kerr. Kerr, he's a little bit slow, and I could feel that. Now, we're definitely going to stick with Kerr. If you remember, at the beginning of this season, Olafsson was at 75 pace. He's now at 80 plus 6, so he's actually on with his boost. He's 86 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, and Kerr is at 80 and 80. So that's why he feels a little slow, but I'm confident that with more game time, it's going to develop, and I want to get another great player on our bench who maybe one day could take somebody's spot. But Sans, I think he could be someone that could overtake Lundberg in the long term. But anyways, this is the team we're taking in against Liverpool. So let's hop in. Let's try and get 3 points. That loss against Nottingham Forest was a bad one for us. So like I said, we're in a pretty good spot. I think we're still at least 9 points off the relegation spot. So we're in a pretty safe position. If we can get at least 45 points on the board, I'll feel confident that we won't be relegated. So we got to start that today by trying to get a result against Liverpool. A big game for us again today, taking on Liverpool. Now, at the beginning, I think it was 2 episodes ago, we beat Liverpool 3-0. We then went on our worst run of form in this league campaign yet. So hopefully we can get back on. Maybe that's Liverpool's curse kind of thing, you know, like they're going to make us go on a bad run, and then if we can beat them again, we'll go on a really good run. So hopefully we can make that happen today. But they are passing it around the edge of our box. Smith makes a diving save off the shot from Yoda, and it is out for a corner. And here it is. Stepping up to take it was Nicaragua Varela. Oh my goodness, Bishop does not get up to it. And Mo Salah is on the ball. Shot from Hyota again, and it is out for another corner. And they are taking it short. Trying to get Salah off the ball. Patino is not really a match for Mo Salah. He's going to do his best, though. Get up, somebody. Ian Taylor does get past it, and we're going to Schaefer, and it's a poor pass. We're going, oh, another poor pass. And it's right back to them. Bishop tried to step up, and now Mo Salah's running in. He's probably going to rip a shot, if I had to guess. He does. Fortunately, we get in the way of it and block it. Patino trying to play defense. Hyota's shot is off the post. Get it out, and we do. And we're going to go down the wing to Schaefer. He's making one of his killer runs in. He plays the ball immediately over to Baker, who chips it up over into Carlson, and he gets it around Allison, and it's in for a goal. Efour United 1, Liverpool 0. Home run. I was trying to do dead fish, but I will take the home run. What a play. Schaefer gets a ball played into him, and he plays it into Baker, who then chips it over to Carlson. Carlson slots it past Allison to put Efour United up 1-0. And here they are moving in with Mo Salah again. If I remember correctly, we scored, I think, both of our or at least 2 of our 3 goals in the game against Liverpool last time on counter. So, gonna probably be a fruitful route for us getting into goal today is hitting them on those counters, because we are definitely not near as good a team and wide open on the backside. That was poor defense. We have an unmarked man backside, Marco Asensio. He slots it home to draw them back even with us, and it's a brand new ball game. And just looking at their team is pretty incredible. They have Elfi Elmas from Napoli. They have Marco Asensio from Real Madrid. Get in there, Schaefer. Not going to get there. Danny Carvajal. Mo Salah still, obviously. Fabinho's still here. It's been 4 years, right? Isn't Fabinho like 36 now at this point? He's got to be old. Along with Mo Salah, he's got to be like 34, and they're going to get this run in, and Yoda's there to get it around Smith. Fortunately for us, he pushes it past the post. Trying to play out of the defense with Lundberg. We get it up into Mike Nelson here. Going back down to Mike Nelson. It doesn't get there, but we're going to go into Patino here, and he's got a left foot on him, and he does it. Charlie Patino hit him with the worm. Let's go. Carlson's pass into Nelson's blocked. He then picks it back up, slots it into Patino, who on his left foot belts it across the face of Allison to put us back ahead 2-1. Here they are moving around on our right side, down into the corner. Ian Taylor is there on Marco Asensio, into Olafson, up to Mike Nelson, and we are on a breakaway here. We're going to go into Baker first. We have 2 buddies backside. We're going to just cut that up and in, and then we're just going to belt it right past Allison, hit him with the knockout punches. A goal from Baker. Let's go. Nelson is getting so many assists. He plays it up into Baker. Baker does a step over, cuts in, and just smashes it near post to put us ahead 3-1. And again, it's so weird. We're so inconsistent. This is Liverpool, top of the table Liverpool, and we are handling them comfortably. Meanwhile, we lose 3-0 to Nottingham Forest. I don't quite get it, but we're up 3-1. And here they are. Is a poor turnover from us, and they do get it into the back of our net. Ojeda was pressured by Mo Salah, ends up losing the ball. They pass it into Elfi Elmas, and he slots it home. We're only up by 1 goal heading into this halftime, so we have a lot of work to do in this second half if we want to hold on. Got the ball into Schaefer here, and he turns back around, gets around his marker, goes. I was trying to go to Carlson. That wasn't even anywhere near him. And Mike Nelson just about runs around Fabinho. He does. I get a little too cocky. He ends up losing the ball, but he's kind of toying with him a little bit. But I probably should have passed it, obviously, because we lost possession. Now we're back on defense. Let's see if we can win a ball back. And we do. Olafson gets in there. Oh, we can't get the passes away. They immediately press us back, and we lose possession. We're now on the back foot yet again as they move into our half. Trying to cover with Patino. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but the left-sided center mid, I realized had not been on stay back while attacking. They were both center mid positions were on balanced. And so I put the left-sided center mid on stay back while attacking, and the right-sided center mid is on get forward. And we just gave up the third goal. We're all tied up, and what a frustrating way to see this lead slip away. And here they are moving into our half again. And honestly, this loss just comes from us not being able to control possession. I mean, seriously, it kills us. Olafsson's in here, though. He could get the go-ahead goal. And he doesn't. It's saved by Allison and out for a corner. That was a huge, huge miss from our 17-year-old right winger. Get up, Patino. He doesn't. And why didn't you go for that, Olafsson? Okay, he does win it. And Baker's there. And Nelson's there to get us back ahead. Let's hit him with a dead fish now. We are up 4-3. Let's go. We get it up into Baker here. I really didn't know where to go with it. He cuts back across and finds Mike Nelson at the back post to slot it across for an easy tap in from Mike Nelson. Puts us back ahead, and in case you missed it, he did get his dead fish off. We are making one substitute. Villalba's coming on for Patino. Again, he's going to be in that role where he stays back on defense. It makes me a little nervous. I did think about when I was editing the last episode that we give up a lot of late goals, and in every single game, Villalba comes on. He's literally come on to every single game this season as a into-the-game defensive security thing, and we give up a lot of late goals, so there may be a correlation there. But again, I feel like I have to keep giving him the game time. I need to develop him. He's at a 74. He looks so good from where we signed him when he first started out. So I'm really happy with how his development is going, and I would really love to see him get up to like a 77, 78. If that's where he caps out, I would be happy with that. If we can have a bench full of Grahams, that would be huge. So we'll bring Villalba on. Hopefully we can see out the rest of this match and get out of here with a 4-3 victory. And here they are in our half. Looking dangerous. We have to be careful. Raskin scored against us last time, I'm pretty sure. I remember highlighting him because I thought he was a regen, and he's not. He goes up for Carlson. He's able to get it, kind of. He doesn't get a foul, and he gets it again, but he loses it again. Oh my goodness, we were just giving it back and forth to each other there over and over again. Bishop's there. He doesn't get the tackle. And great save from Smith, out for a Liverpool corner. And here they go to take it. Marco Asensio trying to whip it in. We've already given a goal up from a corner today, and that was a poor effort from them. It goes out for a goal kick. Oh, sorry, it is another corner, but they have just substituted Mo Salah off. So fingers crossed that's going to help us out the rest of the way. We're going to see. And here we are. We're going to send it down into Schaefer. When he keeps running, we'll go into... Nope, it's still going to Schaefer. I thought it was going to maybe be Baker. And we have Olafsson back post, and that's where we're going to try and go. He can't get there, and Ian Taylor is trying to pressure. And there we go. And, oh, Carlson couldn't get to the end of it. It was so close. And we are getting to the end of this game. We've honestly looked such a good side. We stuck with our formation that we know and love, and it's paying off. I really couldn't tell you what it is. Maybe it's because Nottingham Forest plays a thin formation, but we beat them 3-1 earlier in the cup. There's Schaefer putting this up by 5. Let's see what celebration he does. Hit him with a hinga-dinga-dargan, Schaefer. Let's go. We're up 5-3 against top of the table, Liverpool. And we play it in to Schaefer from Carlson. He gets up, makes no mistake, slots it around Allison, and we are looking good for a win today. So to see out the rest of this match, we're bringing Kerr on and putting him at center attacking mid. We're bringing Sans on at the defense, and we've already brought... we already brought Villalba on. We're going to switch it to a 5 at the back. That way we can bring Sans on, and hopefully he can just give us some defensive security as we see out the rest of this match. We're up 5-3 with about 5 minutes left. Shouldn't be an issue. I hope I don't live to regret this one. There's not even 5 minutes. There is about 1 minute on the clock. I guess we have some added time. Let's see what it gives them in regards to that. And it's still not showing up. 91 minutes plus 3. All right. So this should be enough. We should have seen a victory today, even if they score right here. They don't. Sans gets in the way, and I'm honestly super excited about Sans as a player. There we go. We win 5-3 against Liverpool out of nowhere. We've been having such a run rough of form, but we get in against top of the table Liverpool and handle them so easily. I don't know. This team shows up in these games when it matters most, and in games when it's really should be just an easy win for us, we can't seem to get it done. I'm not too sure what to tell you guys, but hey, I'm not going to complain. We beat top of the table Liverpool after losing 3-0 to bottom of the league Norwich. So, yeah. So that win and loss now sees us at 9th position, equal on points with Manchester City. They are having a bad year. We are now still only 3 points out of Europe, actually. So 3 points away from Europe, and we are, what is that? We're at 40 and 25, so 15 points clear of relegation. I feel pretty confident that we will not get into the relegation battle. We got the 40 points on the board like we were talking about. We have 38 games, so we have, what, 11 more games? We could potentially get into this European race. It's going to be hard. We have Manchester City, Spurs, Chelsea all pushing for that spot. Even Leicester behind us are probably going to be trying to push for that spot too. But I think we can definitely stay mid-table at least. So that's going to be our goal. Stay mid-table at least, and anything above or extra that goes beyond that we'll be super excited about, but we're not going to expect for anything. So now, let's go check out the scouting. Hinga, Dinga, Dargan. It's time for the scouting reports. Here is a quick look at our youth academy, and it does look really good. We have a lot of pretty good players coming through. This could be kind of like our golden generation. Once I start figuring out, I'm going to use this second half of this season because I feel like we have pretty much locked down our at least safety from relegation in the Premier League. We're going to be using the second half of this season to experiment with the squad. If you guys see any of these players that you guys want me to bring up, let me know. Chris Collins is 18. He's 68. That's why I went for Sans, because Sans is 16 and a 67. But Collins is a good little player. We could even use someone like Carlson at right back. Lundqvist could come in the center of the park. I mean, even all these guys, they're all 65 plus, which is pretty darn good. So we're going to keep checking in with them. We're going to be calling them up, and when I can figure out how to get a better rotation of young players in, I'm going to bring more up because I want to develop these guys if they have the potential and move on the guys that we already have and try and buy someone who's really young and really good. They have to be under the age of 21, but if we can buy someone who's already a world-class player at that age, it's going to take a lot of money, and it's going to really revolutionize this team. So that's kind of my goal. Bring in some youth academy prospects, sell our backups who are done developing that we really don't need, and then try and get some of that money so that we can then buy a key player. Oh, baby, baby. Kevin Ward, $2.3 million value, 84 to 94 potential. This kid's going to be great. Looks like a central midfielder. I'm super stoked about this one because he could come in and start getting into the rotation immediately. Here is a look at our new player, Kevin Ward. He is only a 62 overall with $2.3 million value. I was honestly expecting a high 60s player. It's a little disappointing, but we're going to keep him down here, develop him, try and get his defending up a little bit, and honestly, just because he has that 84 to 94 potential, probably move him up and start getting him into the rotation sooner rather than later. Another good young prospect in the door. Is super exciting to end this episode. If you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. I'm really enjoying this team's journey through the Crucible. I hope you guys are. Until next time, Efour out.